staying strong till the night is coming gone. There's a hope that lives in you. You gotta love with God.
Hello everyone and welcome to our live stream here at Hope United Church.
We would love to see any of our services in Motherwell at 11 a.m. or in Dundee at 5 p.m.
Why not check out Pastor Mark's web series The Thinking Church, which you can find on our Facebook page or on Pastor Mark's page on our website every Friday.
And if you have any questions or queries, please feel free to contact us at info@hopeunited.org.uk.
Enjoy the service.
It really is. Can we just get up for the live streamers this morning? That was a brutal introduction, wasn't it? But it's true. It's true. I'm dealing with coaching people for 20 years nearly, depression, and we're not talking about clinical depression, we're not talking about that where it takes you in a walk, no, the chemical imbalance in your brain caused by wrong thinking, no, but predominantly, no, it's always coupled along with rejection or struggling with rejection or how we deal with rejection. And if you ever suffer for that stuff, or we're not here to judge you in that, no, but get good godly wisdom round about you. Good godly wisdom that can help you navigate that stuff and actually help you deal with the rejection that actually is a massive. We don't want to talk about that because it's no trendy or it's no good or it seems unloving or unkind or uncaring. But truly it's the most caring thing. How can the truth that sets us free no be caring and no be loving in the first place? So it's very much borders on that. So I so identify that with Spurgeon and that melancholy. When I was hearing about Spurgeon, I was excited. I was like, I'm not alone and he's still doing great things. Maybe I can still do great things, and very much like that. I was laughing there when Callum was up talking as well, and to myself, no, that extremist. No, Callum used to work for me. Well, he still kind of do, but I don't want to go there with that. But anyway, I used to would go into a job because I knew he wouldn't think. And I would just do this every time I'd go to the job and I'd just go like that. And he'd be like, what? And I'm like, I don't believe it. What is it? What have I done? I'm like, wrong house. You're on the wrong house. You're off cast in the wrong house. Oh, Emma. Nah, I'm only kidding on, but you could have if you don't keep thinking. You go to think, just that gung-ho stuff. Oh, wow. I know you're going to have a great time at the Hope Women this weekend, and I think it's great what we're doing. I really do. I think it's so in line with who we are as a church. And not to get into too much, I don't want to get into the time because this message is phenomenal. But God's word's phenomenal. Yeah. But I think in the years I've been in church and been in many, I've been to big conferences. Hey, go girl, go girlfriend. That stuff. I've always hated that. I'm a man and I hate that stuff. I don't know how you use it, but of course I'm a man and hate that stuff. But the majority of the women in our leadership and team, they hate that as well. Because it's dead fake. It's dead fake. It's fake, I know there'll be people that are going, oh no, but that's good. No, don't say that, Mark. But you're affecting the body. See that junk, honestly. Affecting the body, am I? All right. Or protecting it. Just depends on how you look at it. No, go girlfriend. And then you go away and you feel wonderful. And it's usually platform speakers. Speaking about a platform ministry, there's absolutely no bearing in your daily problems and lives and struggles and battles and stuff. So I'm so glad that where you're going and where we're going, because what you're going to hear is you're going to hear real people. See, when you hear real, and I'm not saying these people are not, hear me here, I'm not saying these other people are not real. They're just a different, they have a different ideology and a different, there's a big difference, you know. And listen, see when you're a mother, you love Christ, you're trying to navigate life, trying to navigate being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter, being a woman of God, and trying to navigate all that stuff that goes with it and all the problems. Go Girl ain't helping. Go Girl will help you at the conference. It ain't helping you on Monday. Come Monday, you're going, I can't Go Girl. Go Girls went. Am I right? So you're going to hear from real people, and then you'll be able to say, you know what, no, this is not about, to say, oh, well, we don't have it all together. We don't have it all together, but it's hearing about real people having to deal with real stuff and navigate real life's battles and situations, which is life. It's a life, you know, we've been in Apostle Paul's story and Apostle Paul's life for months, 10, 11 months now. Like, I've got the gift of exaggeration. I think it's only 9. But it sounds better. It's about 9 or 10 months, ain't it? Look, don't keep on questioning me. About 9 or 10 months, and you never hear him, yo, it's happening, brother, it's amazing. It's a nightmare. It's going to get worse too, you know. This is him coming at the end of his life. It's not getting any better here. It's not getting any better, you know. When's it? You ever go, I don't know when it's getting better. I don't know where my face is. Doesn't seem to be getting any better. I wonder where God's at. God's all right. God's fine. He's just dealing with you. God's all right. Just dealing with you and trying to have you, no matter what season you're in, that you can live a life for Christ, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Oh, I'm not sure about God. He seems to have left me for a minute. Since it's happened here, I've been coming, I've been giving, I've been praising. It's rubbish. Yeah, sometimes say to people, what age are you like? 50. I say, as long as you've been saved a year. I says, okay, you've gave 49 years, it's took you to mess it up, you're giving God a year to get it together. 1 year. You're getting 1 year, God, you don't get it together, I'll not be back. That's what it was like, isn't it? It's crazy. And people say that, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. I say, well, that's the bit we're not talking about. We want to talk about the bit that you're no better at. So I used to say that. See, I used to go for see the guy who used to coach me. I used to be like, because I couldn't deal with getting told anything, no, taught, no, a blah. So any time I was going to tell him a problem, I would always have the buffer out. I'm not as bad as I used to be. And they used to say, that's the bit we're not dealing with then, innit? Oh, life's good, isn't it? Okay. Well, Paul, we never really spoke about it last week because I wanted to spend more time studying this, which I have for the past week, and getting really into this because I felt as if that it needed more. I actually believe this is a two-parter. I'd love to speak about this in a seminar where you would share the first part, have a break for 10 minutes, have a sausage roll, a cup of tea, and then come back for the second half. That's what I would love to do here. So we're going to have a break. You're not going home. Text your loved ones. You're busy today. I'd love to do that, honestly, because it really is a two-parter. And Paul's on his last leg to Jerusalem. He's now met James, the brother of Jesus, I briefed on last week. And he's sharing the stories of the amazing things of his travels and building church and preaching to the Gentiles. That would be the unbelievers, and how many of them have saved. And people were buzzing, they were excited about it. And this is the Jerusalem church where James, the brother of Jesus, was predominantly the pastor, if you like to call it. He was really the pastor of that church. Jesus, his brother. Not bad, no. Who's the pastor of your church? Jesus, his brother. It's not bad, eh? Who's your pastor of your church? Mark. Reprobate. No, it's not got the same ring about it, I don't know. I mean, you're like, really? No. And obviously last week we never went into it, but let me just say this. The church at this point in Jerusalem, it says, and I'll get into you a bit, let me just read a wee bit that I read before I get into this. It would have been easier for me to study this scripture as I did and thought, oh no, Luke's got it wrong. He's left stuff out to make Paul look good. Because this is, I spoke about last week, this is a huge compromise here, what you're about to hear about. And I'm thinking, did Luke leave stuff out there because that was his best mate? You know, and I'd love that. I'd love Luke to leave stuff out because that was his best mate. I don't want to dob my pal in, make him look worse than what he is, you know. And all scripture, you know, no, there's nothing under attack more. And I wrote a wee Instagram, and I couldn't transfer it to Facebook, so use it on Facebook and not on Instagram. I'll try and transfer it over, but anyway, irrelevant. Really what I was saying is that there's nothing under more attack the day in and out of the church than the Word of God. Nothing. There's nothing under. And why is the Word of God under attack? Because it's God-breathed. It's totally God-breathed. It says in 2 Timothy 2 Timothy 2, put your teeth in to say that one. 2 Timothy 2. 2 Timothy 2. Chapter 3, 16 to 17. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for the instruction of righteousness, that the man of God may be complete, thoroughly and equipped for every good work. Inspiration of God. God breathed. That's what it means in the Greek, for God to breathe the scripture. That's why it's 100% accurate, 100% inerrant, 100% infallible. The scripture's always right all the time. There's never, oh, but I see it that way. It's always right all the time. No, it's always inspired by God, totally and completely. Always. It's totally infallible, completely. It's not inspired by writers. Writers are inspired and guided by God. It's not inspired by the writer and his take on it. No, it's not like that today. No, it's not the way it is today. Oh, well, this is my take on it. I'm not wanting to know your take. What's your take on that scripture? I hear some of the celebrity pastors saying, you know what, I'm always looking for a new angle. I'm not looking for a new angle. I'm only wanting God's angle. Yeah. I'm not really bothering what your angle is. Your angle's totally irrelevant. You're a human being. Yeah. Why do you want your angle? Yeah. Why do you think your angle's going to help me? No, why do you think your angle's going to help me? That's worse. No, what's worse is that you think it's going to help me better than God's way. That's worse, isn't it? That's why we must know and understand the scripture. And I wrote this in the post that I love that I'm speaking to people every week and they're going, you know what, I'm in that. Because we know we're going. It's no a secret. Because I'm not trying to go up here and going, wait, now you hear that. Oh, wait, you hear from me. Where I'm going, oh, wonder where he's going this week. Mr. Amazing. I'll tell you where I'm going. I'm just going where the word's going. We're all going to the same place. No, at this rate, I'm going to be out of Job. With a bit of luck. No, I mean, with this rate, I'm going to be out of Job, which is great. Because then we can just all build relationships and serve God and support each other. Everybody knows what everybody... No, we're all knowing the same stuff. We need to get it right. Yeah. No, it's not a case of, well, I just come and just listen and it seems all right to me. And then just get, no, we all need to know it. Yeah. And if you don't know it, me knowing it's not enough. What if I'm not in? No, serious, what if I'm not in one day? What you got to do? Oh, Mark's not in the day, what you got to do? I'll just wait. Wait for what? I'll just wait till he comes back. It's not working out. No, we need to learn it. Yeah. Everybody in systematic expository communication, everybody gets to learn the same thing. Yeah, we'll have different angles and different stuff, and we've got our own uniqueness, but that's where we're at. Okay, so it's vitally point this out before I go and read what I read, because if I don't point this out before I go and read what I read, then it'd be easy to go, oh, I wonder where we're going here and what we're going to say, and I just want to go where God wants to go. People say, oh, well, we're still doing good stuff. Oh, I don't care what you're doing if it's good. If it's good and it's no God, it's no good. Yeah. Doesn't matter how good you think it is. If it's no God, it's no good. And that's why the Word of God's constantly under attack. Constantly under attack. Constantly under attack. That's why Luther says that, no, the biggest danger to the Word of God today, he says in his 54 Theses, the biggest danger to the Word of God today is that everything else has took more centre stage than that. So we've got everything else before the Word of God. We've got the big presentation. We've got the media presentation. What latte cups we're serving our caramel lattes in, having debate about that. That's about, see if you fell out with MD in church, I bet you it's not about the Word of God. See if you've had a fight with somebody at the church, I bet it wasn't about the Word of God. It was about you, but your Wayne didn't get the sweeties they were meant to get or something like that. It was something to do with something that was not to do with the Word of God. It was something to do with some sort of childish bickering that was nothing to do with the Word of God. That it became it was some social enterprise problem or some ministry problem or something to do with, I didn't get to serve in the coffee shop and Betty's been in for 20 years. Donna didn't tell me she loved me. I can get you phone out there for that right enough. Don't give me that. It's never about the Word of God, isn't it? All the bickering, all the stuff. Honestly, I'd love to do a church survey and saying, what did you fall out with somebody for? Well, she was sitting on my seat. Really? Really? All right. No. I didn't get a phone call on the Tuesday. It could be anything. Yeah. You're like, did you thought about God's word? No, it wasn't about that. Some stupid. Not necessarily some stupid, by the way. It's just some that's no necessary. Yeah. If you were focused on God's word, you wouldn't have enough time for it. But because the church has become such a social enterprise scheme, no, what's your dream? What's your big dream? And they're getting their dream filled, and I'm not getting my dream filled, and they're getting a dream filled, and I'm not getting a mic, and they're getting a mic, and they're getting a mic, and I'm not getting a mic, and I'm a better preacher name and person. And they're in the front row. How do I get onto the front row? Been trying to go in the second row for months. You know what I mean? Been serving ages. All that stuff. Nothing to do with God's word, I don't know. It's what all the thoughts are about. I could just do a message on that, no. But I won't. That's what, and basically what it is it's just the word of God getting constantly under attack so that you don't talk about it. Yeah. Which I'm doing now, so shut up. Okay. So we're in Acts 20. Okay, I'm going to put the subheading that's going to give away my take on this, but it's not my take, I believe it's God's take. But this is dead important. Here's the subheading, the art of compromise. The art of compromise. I believe compromise is an art form. I believe compromise is a total art. And learning how to compromise is an art form. I don't believe Paul sold himself short here in any way whatsoever. And scripture upon scripture, line upon line, precept upon precept, constantly backs this up. That's why I would love to do a part 2 the that would actually further give weight to why I don't believe he unhealthily compromised. Did he compromise? Absolutely, but I don't believe he did in a healthy way. I believe compromise is an art, and it needs to be mastered. I believe if you can master the art of compromise, I believe it's one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself and the world and every single person you touch. It's a hard thing to do, though, because we don't want to compromise. You know, and especially if you want to be radical. No. In a liberal world that we live in, see, the problem is with liberalism, it also raises radicals. And neither the two of them are beneficial. You've got liberals and radicals, both of them are a nightmare. I don't know if you've seen the programme in BBC 3 about America's hate preachers. Total idiot. Total idiot. Absolute idiot, a man. Because what he's done is he's become a radical to compensate the liberals. Yeah. But he doesn't know anything about that to compromise. And he definitely doesn't know the scripture. And he certainly doesn't know Apostle Paul. Because if he knew Apostle Paul, he would actually and understood that and understand how Jesus and the gospel worked. He would understand compromise. For all yous out there who compromise, stop getting yourself a doing for compromising. The question isn't whether you're compromising. The question is how you're compromising. And it's trying to compromise well. For many who struggle, codependence. There's only one type of person I'll never fight as a codependent. You cannot beat a codependent. They're absolutely relentless. You could not mark them with an axe. You could not mark a codependent with an axe. Somebody who's got chronic separation issues. You could not. I would not fight a codependent. I know I would get beat to pulp. As they would be totally unrelenting and unfazed by their defence of something that's dead unhealthy, like a relationship. Oh, I've fought them, honestly. I've got the scars for fighting. I want to fight a codependent. No, just learn to love for a distance a wee bit. You know what? That mama ain't changing. No. That mama ain't changing. I ain't fighting that mama, you know. But you know what? It's highly dangerous for your life. You're a total stumbling block to people, total liability, total nightmare, and a total lack of allowing somebody to live a free life. No. But compromise is important. Yeah. So you need to know the difference between compromise and being a codependent where you're totally affected by everybody and you can't allow people to live their life. So I hear Paul is not compromising because he's no free for people. He's compromising because he is. Yeah. See, you can compromise when you're free for people. When you're no free for people, it's not called compromise. It's called people-pleasing. It's called needy. It's called insecure. It's called control issues. It's called all that stuff that goes with it. He's not a yes man. I don't believe Paul. But by chapter 21, I do not believe Paul's a yes man. I believe truly having wisdom to know how to compromise when you need to compromise is a vital part of your life. Nor do I think unteachable people know how to compromise in a healthy way. Unteachable people don't know how to compromise in a healthy way. Nor do I think fearful, people-possessed people. People who are obsessed with what people think about them struggle deeply to compromise, and then when you do compromise, it's usually done with a bad attitude. No, so this is an important subject, yeah? So a healthy art of compromise is a fully reserved asset to the fearless, the secure, and the faithful. It's an asset to these people. I think the hardest thing, and I'm not saying I'm there yet, so we're just on this together. I think the hardest thing, I wish I got told at the beginning. I was talking to somebody on Wednesday, and I was just saying, oh, see that learning, you're not allowed to say anything. So people are allowed to fling everything at you, but you're not allowed to say anything back in your defence. You're like, oh, I never knew that. See, before I get saved, I would just tell people straight. I would have just fought with Goliath about anything. And then you get saved, and then you go, oh, I don't know, the liar's pants on fire, and I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything back. And it's so hard to try and have that healthy, when do you speak? When do you not speak? When do you keep your mouth shut? Am I selling myself short, or am I compromising for the benefit of others? Am I compromising for the benefit of the kingdom? Or am I doing it because I'm frightened? Or, and this addresses all this. This is what this scripture's about. And I believe it's something we could all get better at. I believe we would love our loved ones better. We'd love our neighbour better. We'd love our bosses better. We would love people we don't like better. And everything that goes with it if we knew how to healthy compromise and what it is. So, let me just get into it then, okay? So, we'll need to get through here. I've only got 25 verses to get through here. Okay. Acts 21:17. I'm just going to read a wee bit where we were, so where it was. And when he had come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. This is Luke writing about him and Paul. And on the following day, Paul went in to us to James. This is Jesus' brother. And the elders were present, and we had greeted them. He told in detail those things which God had done amongst the Gentiles through his ministry. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord. And they said to him, you see, brother, how many myriads of Jews there were who have believed, and they are zealous for the law. Let me just say this. This is a big church. This is the first mega church. Historians say that at this time in Jerusalem, James's church, Christ's church, that was left there after Pentecost and they came upon preaching the gospel is between 50 and 75,000 people, even up to 100,000 people in the church. This is a mega church here. This is a real mega church. This is a massive church at this point. And this is the place where everybody tried to stop Paul from going. No, they didn't want him to go there. Can I get that hanky up? Where is it? All right, thank you. Now in Jerusalem, the place they tried to stop Paul going, here he is. Paul knows the danger. He's been told for day one, you don't want to go to Jerusalem, don't go to Jerusalem. You're in trouble here. So it's not as if he's going there and then going to be surprised when he gets in trouble. See, if you keep on getting told you're going to get in trouble and then you get in trouble, you don't go, I can't, well, some people do. To be honest with you, some people do, don't you? You're like, don't do that. Don't do that. I'll be all right. I'll be all right this time. I'll be all right this time. I was always going to be all right the next time. And then you meet somebody, facial scrape, fell again, battered again, flung out, lost their job. What happened? Didn't work out there. I know, we told you. We told you it didn't work out. And Paul's not gone here, lads. He's not surprised. He's not going like, oh, when he gets in trouble here, he's not going like, oh, I never seen that coming. He sees it coming. In fact, he knows it's coming. But as much as 50, 75,000 people here in this church, and at this time they're now excited, they're wanting to know God's law, they're still caught up in the Judaism law. You remember I spoke in chapter 18 about the transition? Yeah. That was a tough message, that created some unrest amongst people and things that were in transition. And Paul was in transition, Ed. He was away shaving his hair and acting like a Nazarite. And the same is about to happen here. And he's a believer. He's in Christ. These are 50,000, 70,000, 100,000 believers. It's not that they don't believe in Jesus. It's just it's taken them a long time to change. Yeah. A long time to change. And this is what it's about. It's about a long time to change. And radicals don't give people a long enough time to change. Like, get grip of now. That's how we need to learn how to compromise, because otherwise we give people too much too soon. You know, I've learned in my journey that sometimes I have conversations with people, and I often say this to them, and I say, you know what, there's what I know, I deeply know what you need to do, and there's what I know that you can handle. Two different things. Now, if I tell people what exactly I think they should do, and we're talking about believers here, and this is so important here, I know I get excited, right? This is exciting. All Paul's compromise that you're going to hear here is all based on the believer. He ain't compromising with no unbeliever. Yeah. He's compromising with believers. We have to learn to compromise. Sometimes you don't compromise with unbelief. Never compromise your faith. Never compromise the gospel. But with believers, you have to have loads of compromise in your life about what they can handle at that point. And that, I think it clearly says it. Verse 21. But they have informed about you that you teach all the Jews, which there you go, an exaggeration. See, when people are struggling to change, they always exaggerate, don't they? He doesn't know all the Jews. You know, somebody says to church, says, I can't go to that church again. Say, well, how? Nobody likes me. I say, well, you don't know everybody. How do you know nobody likes you? You don't know everybody. You ever felt that nobody likes you? No, nobody likes me. Well, do you know everybody? No, I don't know everybody. But how do you know everybody doesn't like you then? And this is what happens when we're struggling to deal with stuff. There's an exaggeration, but they have been informed about you that you teach all the Jews who are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, nor walk according to the customs. Considering Paul doesn't know them all, you can see how exaggerated they are. Eh? And at this is a bridge too far for the Jewish believers. It's not that they don't believe. It's just to cut all that, to cut all their history and their baggage too quick is just too much, too soon for them. And then it says, verse 22-23, what then? This is James talking to him. The assembly must certainly meet, for they will hear that you have come. Therefore, listen to this. This is James telling Paul, I'm raging at this. I'm like, get rid of that. What's Luke thinking writing that? Therefore, do what I tell you. I know. I felt the same. I'd be like, who do you think you're talking to? I'm Apostle Paul. You don't tell me what to do. Hold on. I'm Paul. You're James. You were Jesus' brother and you didn't even like him. I'd be in that. Don't tell me what to do. Hold on now. What have you built? You've inherited a church here because of Pentecost. I was out in the highways and byways reaching the lost and the broken, and you're telling what I have to do next. See, this is the argument I'm in, and I'm not compromising here. I'm arguing with it. I'm not having it, and then I get into the scripture, and I'm like, what's Luke doing? That's his pal in it. No. I'm like, what are you playing at, Luke? Has Paul told you to write that? No. God has. The word of God's infallible, isn't it? So I'm like, hold on. I'll tell you what to do. You don't say, look, Paul, hold on now. That's what I'm feeling like. This is what I'm like. What do you mean you're telling me what to do? Therefore, do what we tell you. And then he says this, we have 4 men who have taken a vow. Do you know what I hear here? And as you read this and study this, you know what James is doing? He's taking care of his congregation. Yeah. This is what he's doing. James has been an ultimate pastor here and saying, look, I know where people are at. Yeah. You don't know where they're at. And he maybe does know where they're at. I know where the people are at here. And Paul's been very supportive. He's united. He's like, this isn't my church. Yeah. I'm not the pastor here. He knows the people. And James is saying, they're struggling with stuff. They're struggling with stuff. So you're going to have to kind of... I remember years ago that we got a guy in to speak. He spoke... I'm not getting into detail, but he had a job that was kind of... Oh, see that? This is what happens. You have to faff about and then it just takes too long. He worked in a prison, all right? No, because you end up having to faff and then you're having to read between the lines. What's the point? No. So he worked in a prison and we went and heard him and he was great. And I thought he'd be good at coming and speaking in our church. And he came in, he was a frustrated preacher. And he came and everyone was a demon. Stacey Woods was saved about 3 months. She was convinced, she's like, oh no, I'm going to have to get delivered here. We were a young church, and I'll tell you at the time, people were devastated. I had to go up after the service. Can you remember that if you were there? I had to go up, and I more or less, I had no option. I tried to date in a nice way. I'd probably date a bit nicer now, but maybe I wouldn't. But I had to go up and I had to almost demonise him. Because he was biblically inerrant. He was totally in error. He wasn't helping the congregation. He left people feeling damaged and hurt and wounded. That's why we had to change our conference. We don't want somebody to come and start coming to tell you and start prophesying shabba dabba doing or you and telling you who you are. Then next week I come and preach this stuff and know you're in a bad mood with me. I think I'm daft. No, I'm not kidding. Do you get what I mean? Then I've got to deal with it next week is you've been all puffed up thinking you're going to be a superstar. Yeah. And then we have to come next week and then I have to deal with the aftermath. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So I had to say to the guy, and I'm thinking, this is what James is doing. He's like, listen, you need to watch what you're saying here. These people, there are 100,000 people here or whatever. They love Jesus. They've made a commitment. They're accepting people. They're accepting the ways. They've accepted Christ, but they've got a lot of baggage. I nearly said something there. They've got a lot of stuff. What did you think I nearly said? Like, and I believe James has been very protective of his congregation. It's like pastor mode's kicked in. It's like pastor mode. Hey, don't say a word about him. No, that with your son and daughter. You're like, I can say what I want. You open your mouth about say one word. Hell has no fury. Blood's thicker than water, eh? It's no thicker than spirit, but that's what I've learned. These are leaders telling Paul, listen, you're going to have to go along with this. He's telling Paul, you're going to have to go along with this. Verse 24, this is what he says to him next. It gets worse. Take them and be purified. Oh, I'm going to be the... So he's going to have a Nazarite and all. You remember we talked back and you shave your hair and you make a sacrifice to God. And get back in the book of Numbers. If you get into number 6, you can read all about this, which we're not going to get into. If you go back, way back to when we were in chapter 18 of the book of Acts, I talk all about that, what a Nazarite vow is, what that means. Take them and be purified with them and pay for it as well. Are you kidding? What, am I a mug here? Exactly. Take them and be purified with them and pay their expenses so that they may shave their heads and they all may know that those things of which they were informed concerning you are nothing, but that you yourself also walk orderly and keep the law. You hear this here? This is amazing. This is taking care of people here. Yeah. This is no, I'm on a mission and I'm going to... It's not that. This is, I'm going to have a think about it. It's not that stupid programme I seen in BBC Three. Yeah. Oh, the guy who's anti-gay and went mental with it. Oh, instead of debating with it and having understanding and still having grace and mercy and love while they're fighting the good fight of faith into the bargain. Know that those things which they were informed concerning you are nothing. So James is saying, I want you, if you don't adhere to this, these guys are gone. You know, and we get these bullshit radicals. Well, I'm not compromising my faith. I don't see Paul's compromising his faith at all. They're having a Nazarite sacrifice that Paul done in chapter 18 as well. He thought it was a good thing to do. And James is saying, you do this, Paul, and you pay for it as well. Let them know. Give these people a bit of time to sort out their mess. I don't believe James believes it any more than he does. The reason I don't believe it's the way he says it, listen, go along with this. No, James is not going like that, by the way. I'm telling you to do this because I believe this. I don't think James believes it any more than he does. It's pretty much clear in the way he's wrote it there, doesn't he? James is just like, you need to go along with this. I mean, I'm not really in here, but... You ever done something you didn't want to do? You just go to sometimes just do, ain't you? Just do something you don't want to do for the benefit of the big picture. Yeah. And that doesn't mean to say you do, I'm not happy, I'm here. Didn't want to come. You sit with your face tripping all day because you don't want to be there. No, you go there with the joy and you go, you don't see Paul going, I'm not into this, I'm not into that. Paul's not doing this for the Jews who are no saved. He's doing this for the believers. Yeah. So they brought an offering to the temple. That's what they've done. They were fit to bring an offering to the temple. And I'll not get too much about that. And say, well, this is the start of our purification. And for 7 days we don't get to come to the temple. They would shave their hair and then they would see it growing back. Some of it would be a longer time than that. And it's just this, no, I'm separating myself and I'm consecrating myself to God. And Paul's coughing up for this and all. You know, I'm coughing up for this, I'm not even in yet. You're coughed up for something you've never been in. Loads. You ever went for a meal with somebody that you'd rather not went for a meal with, but you went anyway? Right. Then you pay it. Then you say we need to do it again, hoping it never happens again. It's just, do you know what it's called? It's called serving. That's what it's called. It's called serving. I'm going to go for a meal with somebody one time. You've got to be something like that. Do you want to be here? No, I don't mean that. What he's trying to do is James trying to help, and Paul knows this. I'm trying to put these people's fears and worries and concerns about who you are. Just trying to settle them a wee bit. Verse 25, I better move on here. But concerning the Gentiles who believe, we have written and decided that they should observe no such thing except that they should keep themselves from the things offered to idols, from the blood, from things strangled and sexual immorality. James again is letting Paul know that he doesn't expect Gentiles to adhere to the law, so he's letting them know how much people have changed. You've got to remember here, these Jews who have converted to Christianity are now accepting, to an extent, the Gentiles. They never accepted them before. Because they're not even making them adhere to the things that they're adhering to. So you can see that this is more steeped in tradition rather than their faith. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. There's a difference between that this is not their faith, this is tradition. Yeah. And there's a difference between faith and tradition. Yeah. And that's just part of their walk at time. Verse 26, then Paul took the men, and the next day, having been purified, he goes along with it. No, he's like a puppet. Apostle Paul going along with it. Don't go along with anything now. I mean, that's just what we've come to in the church, isn't it? We don't go along. You've got two extremes here. Snowflakes who are liberal and everything, and the extremists who don't support anything. Perfect timing, I think, for where we're at as a church. Just perfect timing, just to learn to have the balance between love and grace and compassion, truth and grace in equal proportion. So Paul goes along with it. Does he compromise? Yeah. Does he sell his faith short? No, at no given point does it say that. I don't believe at any given point he sold his faith short. And when you read on, you'll see how much he's not sold his faith short. I don't believe he's compromising with unbeliever at all. I don't think he's got the unbeliever in mind. I think he's thinking of the 100,000, 50,000, whatever amount of believers who are still on this amazing journey. I don't see him renouncing Jesus in any way. No, I don't see it. And I believe he's just taking care of the church. That's what he's doing. He's taking care of the church and he's taking care of people. Think about it. These people have made amazing progress. Think about the progress they've made. I know. We don't... Oh, you can be... Listen, we understand that we've become all accepting that you can just come to church and never hear about Jesus and leave and just told you're amazing. You're wonderful. God's got amazing plans for your life and all the rubbish that goes with it, you know, and all the liberal contemporary church junk that's not helping people's life whatsoever. No, I don't see that as this. No. I just don't see any comparison to that. They've maybe took that and then they've went wild with it. No, where the word of God is no longer getting spoke. They are, however, steeped in traditions, which many are be. Not trying to get separation in a healthy way for your family or separation for your unhealthy. I mean, separation in a healthy way so that you can do the right thing and serve God. That's no easy, that. Especially when you've got an A-level in guilt. You know what I'm saying? How many people have got an A-level in... No, don't put your hand up. Me, toes. A-level in guilt, innit? Because you come to church and then you start to hear how what you've not done right. Yeah. It's only a matter of time when you're in a word-based church where you're actually just going to go, oh no. It's only a matter of time you're like, what have I been doing? No, and then you look at your kids and you go, oh my God, look at the state of them. Look at the state of them. Do you know what I mean? Well, that's my fault. And before you know it, you're in that. Do you get what I mean? So it takes time. Okay, now it says, now when the 7 days were almost ended, the Jews from Asia seen him in the temple. This is Paul went up to take the offering that he was going in. They're still, we don't know whether this was in the first day or the last day. It says it's coming near the end, so it must be near the end. seen him in the temple, stirred up the whole crowd and laid hands on him, crying out, Men of Israel, help. This is the man who teaches all men everywhere against the people, the law, and this place. So what they're saying is he's going into the temple now, and he's saying he teaches against this, he teaches against that, he teaches against this, he teaches against that. And this is what you see. All the Christian Jewish believers are starting saying, no, he doesn't. You see how he's encouraging them? Yeah. See, they're all still like, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That's a lie about him. That's a lie about him. He's not that type of guy. He's not the guy you're saying he is. See, they're all saying that. So see if he never made that compromise, they would all be like, aye, that's exactly who he is. That's exactly who it is. Like, no, that's not who he is. Deeper encouraging the believers. Yeah. Encouraging the believers even more. And then it says, crying out, Men of Israel, help. This is the man who teaches men everywhere against the people, the law in this place. And furthermore, he's also brought a Greek into the temple and has defiled this whole place. Because they'd previously seen Trophimus, the Ephesian, with him in the city. Didn't he say that he brought him in? In fact, the way Paul Luke wrote it, it's certain that he never brought him in. So here you couldn't have brought a Gentile, a non-believer, into the synagogue temple, or you would have defiled the whole temple. But the Jewish believers, they didn't feel defiled being run about them. You see how this is a healthy compromise? You see how this is real wisdom in the compromise? Whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple. They just supposed it. And all the city was disturbed, and the people ran together, seized Paul, and dragged him out of the temple and immediately shut the doors behind him. Why did they shut the doors? Because if blood got on Paul, which it was going to, I mean, he's going to be covered in blood because they're going to beat him with pulp here. And if blood got on him and it was in the temple would have been defiled. The whole temple would have been unclean. So what they done is they took him out, very symbolic of the bloody Christ getting shut out the door of the church, innit? And the door shut, the synagogue, innit? The temple. That's how the temple's going to crumble. That's how the temple's going to be a mess. No, and we'd be like, oh, we love the Jews. Oh, they're the chosen people. No, the chosen people, they don't just shout Christ. Let's calm down here. Let's calm down about getting all excited about Jews. Yeah, no, I mean, oh, they're the chosen ones, or this, or that, the next thing. Listen, if they shut the doors in Christ and the bloody Christ, they're going to the same place as everybody else that don't choose Christ. The only reason we get grafted in is because of them. So, if it wasn't for them rejecting them, we wouldn't even get grafted in. But that's a whole other ball game. Some of these are just like, I don't know what you're talking about there. If you're new to that, I know you don't. So, but you will. A Gentile in the place would have defiled the whole place, and so would have Paul if his blood got on it. Another proof that how different them in the temple were to who Paul was really protecting and compromising with. And I believe Paul was always considering the church. I'm doing this for the church. I'm doing this for the church. I'm doing this for the body of believers. I'm doing this for the body of believers. Yeah, I'm really thinking about the body of believers. Some of these radicals that you see going about, you just think you're a total liability. You are making your job harder. Yeah. You are making what we do harder, but you just been a lunatic and just been a madman or woman with your radical Bible bashing in a really, really non-wise way. Yeah. I'm not talking about compromise here with the gospel. See, serving the church. Verse 28 is vital. This man who teaches all men everywhere against the people. He in the law in this place. Well, no, he doesn't. And no, he isn't. And all the Jewish believers now know he isn't. Yeah. But if I have no doubt, strengthens their faith. It's got to strengthen their faith. You know, I know this, that sometimes when you tell people that they don't need to give up yet. See, when I get saved, you know, one of my things is I was terrified of it. Anyways, when you get saved, think, what am I going to have to give up? I was terrified of what I had to give up. Now, that doesn't mean to say that I didn't. At the moment, I've got two things. I've got the love of Christ and I've got the love of things. Because I thought I'd only have to give up football. I'm going to have to give up football. I was going to have to become a square and get a brown suit. So I don't want a brown suit. I'm going to have to get a brown suit. Nothing. And it has the hoop that people can walk through to find Christ has to be a lot wider than sometimes we make it. Don't you think? Otherwise you're like, I have to give up everything. Even when we're saved, we're still struggling to let go of things. So how hard is it for a believer? Yeah. A non-believer, sorry. It says they seized him and dragged him out and shut the gates. Because of Paul's blood got on him, I really need to bring this in. Verse 31 to 36. Now, as they were seeking to kill him, news came to the commander of the garrison that all Jerusalem was in an uproar. He immediately took the soldiers and centurions and ran down to them. And when they saw the commander and the soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. Then the commander came near and took him and commanded him. See, I believe that Paul's beating there has got much more weight because he's already done a healthy compromise. Yeah. I believe if he never had or knew the real art of compromise, that beating's got a whole different it's got a whole different meaning to it. You know, and some of you need to. You ever had a beating for compromise and you knew it wasn't your fault? I know it doesn't feel good at the time, but I promise you there's great reward in that stuff later. Just zip it. Don't tell the whole world about how unhappy you are about how somebody treated you. Thinking you're going to get healing for that. It doesn't work that way. Understand that you maybe need healing for it. Maybe you need to do a private conversation with it. The world doesn't know about how somebody treated you. You might want to tell them that. You might want to tell the whole world because you think you want to get back at them. Don't you think? Well, I want to tell the whole world what they treated me like because I'm annoyed. Well, just tell somebody. Just talk to one person about it. Go to the private room and go to your panic room and talk to somebody about that. Don't broadcast it to everybody and let everybody know what you've done or how you feel because it doesn't help. It's quite sobering, isn't it? Yeah. It's true though. Just for today, I will not act offended. I may be offended, but I'll not show it. Yeah. Just for the day. It's trying to no show you're offended. Is the real art of compromise, even when you're offended. Yeah. Then the commander came near and took him and commanded him to be bound with 2 chains. And he asked who he was and what he'd done. And some among the multitude cried one thing and some another. They're just all having a rabble. He's done this, he's done this. Most of them don't even know what he's done. You know that stuff? Yeah. See, when you've usually got people coming against you, they end up saying stuff. I remember loads of times in my life, and I'll bring this into close, loads of times when I've had people. I remember a period a few years ago, and I was facing some amount of persecution, and there were people writing stuff, and I remember I met one of the wee guys. He was writing stuff. I was like, you don't even know me. He's like, no, I know, I just get caught up. But I don't know what's what. Just everybody gossip. Just getting caught up. They said. It's gossips that create gossip. Yeah. See, people that don't gossip don't talk about gossip. It's gossips that always identify gossip as gossip. See, people that don't gossip, don't call it that. Just call it having a conversation. Yeah. Seriously. See, people that don't gossip, just say, I'm having a conversation about something. I'm having a conversation about the truth. It's gossips that identify gossip as gossip. Yeah. Crazy. So when he could not ascertain the truth because of the tumult, he commanded him to be taken into the barracks. When he reached the stairs, he had to be carried by the soldiers. This is the state he's in now. Apostle Paul never gets out of these chains, just to let you know. This is it. Apostle Paul was on his last legs here. He doesn't ever become a free man again. This is Apostle Paul being arrested in Jerusalem, never to be free again. When he reached the stairs, he had to be carried by the soldiers because of the violence of the mob, for the multitude of the people followed after him, crying out, away with him. Do I believe Paul let down and compromised? What do you think? Did he let down his faith? No one bit. Did he denounce Christ? No one bit. He was simply using the opportunity one more. To the Jews he became a Jew, to the Greeks he became a Greek. He became all things to all men that he may win some. He was simply using the opportunity one more and especially serve them on their journey. Compromise is no weakness and it's no selling out, guys. It's only weakness and it's selling out if you're no free for the people you're compromising with. That's a tweetable, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. That's ugly, isn't it? If you've got to tweet it, just tweet God's word. Compromise is no compromise if you're no... Until you're free for people, then you can go and serve completely. You can have healthy separation for people, then you can go and love them. People, I mean, you've not got healthy separation for people. Everyone's a chore and everyone's a dilemma and everyone's guilt-driven. Guilt-driven parents, guilt-driven mothers, guilt-driven fathers, guilt-driven sons, guilt-driven daughters, guilt-driven friends, guilt-driven congregation members, guilt-driven workers, guilt-driven employees, that you feel as if you need to compromise because you're no free for the people. Yeah. See, when you get free for people, it's for freedom that Christ set us free, not to be yoked again to a bondage of slavery. Then when you compromise, it's because you're serving and you've got the bigger picture in mind, which is actually to encourage and equip and inspire them. We have to do it. You sometimes don't want it, but you have to do it. Years ago, and I'll finish with this. Years ago, there was a guy in our church, and one of his family members left. They were in a huff. I don't know what they were in a huff about, but they were in a huff. And he said to me, oh, they're left. They're not coming back. They're raging. I said, oh. Join the queue. He says, they're raging. I don't know what they're raging for. It'll be something to do with a latte or something like that. But it certainly wouldn't have been David God's word, that's for sure. None of David God's word would have been, I can categorically guarantee that. I says, did they want to leave? And he says, no, I don't believe they want to leave. I said, do you think if I made a call to them and just says, listen, we love you. Oh, we miss you. Oh, come back and we really value who you are. He says, that would work a treat. I says, go and give me the person's number. Gave me the person's number, picked up the phone. I says, hello, so-and-so, and they're like, yes. I says, is Pastor Mark here? Yes. I said, I just want to know that I don't know what's happened or what's not happened, but for whatever it is, we're sorry and we love you. And we want you to know that this church is very much part of your life, and we would love you to be part of it. The person says, oh, really? Begging me now? Take your church and shove it. Come off the phone next week or social media. Get begged with the pastor to come to church. Get begged to stay, get begged to stay, get begged to stay. I was like, I want to tweet about that. Was it the right thing to do? Aye. Does it leave you with a vulnerability hangover? Aye, it leaves you with a vulnerability hangover. Was it the right thing to do to serve people? Aye, it was the right thing to serve people. Did I compromise the gospel? No. Were you trying to win people? Yes. That's life. That's washing feet. That's what we have to do. And not be in a huff about it. Yeah. Sometimes. You don't need to tell everybody what you know because you know what you know. Less can be a lot more. You've got another day to have a conversation with somebody to get it right. You've got another day to bring correction. You've got another day to bring guidance. And when you need to be bold, yes, you can be bold when it comes to compromising the gospel. But not when it comes to compromising your pride and your ego and your value and your flesh. At the end of the day, God's trying to crucify your flesh anyway. So it's actually good. So you become a servant. Compromise is no weakness. It's no selling out. Unless you're denying your faith. And, next week, and honestly, I wish I could get into it. I just got to give you one line, and this just tells you enough, and you're going to just be like, I cannot wait till next week. This is what Paul then says as he gets dragged out. And I'm just going to read one verse. Then as Paul was about to be led into the barracks, wait till you hear this. He said to the commander, can I have a word with you? Oh, you just want to know what he's got to say, didn't you? Well, I know what he's got to say. You need to wait till next week, or you've read it anyway. Can I have a word with you? What Paul goes on and does is phenomenal. And the guy says, who are you? You know this Gentile guy? He says, no, I'm Saul of Tarsus. I'm a Jew of no mean city. And what you're doing to me is no right. What you've done to me is no right here. And he starts to preach the gospel. It's beautiful. And it all started with a healthy and understanding the art of compromise. Amen. Amen. Everybody stand together. Praise God. Session 2 will start in 10 minutes. Have a break. Listen, we just need... Why should we not just do that sometime, really? I mean, what else have you got on? Really? And if you've got someone, what are you compromising with? Let's just pray. Lord Jesus, we thank you for this morning and your amazing word. It never returns void, and everything in it is for reproof, for correction, for guidance, for the equipping of your church and the saints. Help us to learn the art of compromise, and the only way we can do that, God, is by getting free for people, and free for containment, and free for guilt and shame, and free for the things that make us unhealthy compromise or make us to become radical in an unhealthy way. Thank you that you teach us to love those, especially in the household of faith, first. Paul was so loving on the church there, and so loving and so honourable to James, the pastor of that church. Bringing amazing unity of the church, and help us to fight the right fight and fight the things that matter. Let the radicals and the liberals fight what they need to fight. Let them fight out together. Let us go down the right road, and let us walk the right path with love and grace and equal proportion and wisdom, that everybody who hears us may be equipped and learn and grow and realise that we're not out to change them and radicalise them, but to love them and allow your word to equip them, change them, serve them, lead them. In Jesus' name. And all God's people say, and amen.
Fire burning strong till the night is coming gone. There's a hope that lives in.
Thank you so much for joining us in our live stream today. We really hope that God's word has impacted you.
We'd love to hear from you. If you have any prayer requests, then please send them into info@hopeunited.org.uk and we will be praying for you.
See you soon.